Hello, welcome to Train Sim World 5. Today's video is going to be Birmingham Cross City, engineering a shunt. It's a reasonable length. It's going from Birmingham New Street to Lichfield City and back. Due to engineering works, you'll need to carry out a shunt to change platforms. Basically, that'll be at Lichfield City. You have to go beyond the station and then back into the other platform, I think. So, while it's loading up, I'm going to ask if you enjoy this video, please press the thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, as my opening cards say, please subscribe and turn on notifications. That way you know when I've uploaded a new video. And if you feel like it, share the video. Let other people know about the videos. And yes, I will be getting Train Sim World 6. At the moment, I don't know whether I'm going to get the standard version, the deluxe version, or the ultimate version. Ultimate version includes more routes and stock than deluxe. Deluxe includes more stock than standard. And the free one just includes an update, basically, so I want the routes. New Jersey Transit, so that's the New York or Northeastern Corridor. New York to New York, New Jersey, New York Trenton, something like that. So that'll be an interesting route. Give me another American route. I haven't got many at the moment. I've got 1, 2, 3, I think. So that'll be an addition of an American route. It also includes Exeter to Penzance and Paignton. The deluxe includes that. Class 220 as well. Engineering a shunt. There's also a German route, which I like the look of as well, so that's the reason I want to get the paid for version, because you get those 3 routes without having to pay for them. Well, you do pay for them, you pay for it in the initial outlay. The ultimate version includes a few other routes that are currently already available. Right. Prepare the train. Okay. Master key. On. Something up here I need to do. Okay, it's not there. Forward. What? DRA switch off. Where is... Oh, the AWS is over there, isn't it? Not isolated. Right. Unlock doors. I'm going to be late, because I was trying to turn things on. Are the lights on? That's the question. Auxiliary... Coach lighting. Make sure everyone's got lights inside. Cab lights. Cab heater. Cab fan. Headlights day ahead. Tail lights off. Yes, the lights are on. And Okay, get ready so I can do the horn when it's time to go. I'm already late. Oh well. Off we go. Not speeding because it's a 10 mile an hour speed limit until we get out of the tunnel. And it's raining. So I've got to turn the windscreen wipers on, which is... which button? There we go. Yeah, too fast. Trying to concentrate on both speed limits and driving and making sure I'm not going too quick or passing signals or anything like that. You can understand why train drivers get paid quite a lot of money. They have a lot that they've got to concentrate on. Train I am driving today is this one. In Regional Railways livery. So it's a historic livery. Oh, we're not going over that junction. Let's get a bit of speed up to 30. There's the junction we take. And my laptop's struggling. At some point I will get more memory for it. Probably double the memory, and that might actually help quite a bit. Problem is, laptop memory is expensive, so it will take me a while before I can afford it. First stop is 0.7 miles from here, and it's Duddeston. And we are due there in just over a minute. I will accelerate up to about 35, maybe a bit more. Maybe not a bit more, because I've just realised if I go too fast I won't stop because it's raining. I'm running to British Railways times. Anything within 15 minutes is within time. There's another class 323. That one's in West Midlands Rail colours. two of them in West Midlands Rail colours. Whereas I'm in historic. Regional railways, which is what these units carried when they were new in the 90s. 92 they were built. That's... oh, wrong way. Ooh, sliding. Only 20 seconds late. I've overshot the platform because I started braking a bit late. But I'm not as late as I thought I was. Can't fully release the brakes until I've shut the doors. And I'm ready to go, because we're on a gradient. If I shut the doors, or if I release the brakes with the doors open, we'll start creeping forward, I think. Which I don't want to do. And... locking doors. Off. Oh, wheel spin. Back in the cab view. Could do with turning the wipers down a smidge. It's heavy enough that we need it on more than intermittent. But not heavy enough that we need fast wipers. 0.9 miles to Aston, which is a 45-mile-an-hour speed limit. We're going to be late. I'm not bothered about being late. What I am bothered about is going too fast. Next signal's red. Well, the next signal that's on... there we go, the next signal now is red. Bringing the speed down. There's the 45-mile-an-hour speed limit board. Bringing the speed down. Oh, we're over half a minute late now. This is Aston, which is where one of the Birmingham football teams are. Oh, signal's just cleared. 1 minute 10 seconds late. Looking out this side this time.
Vehicles parked at unauthorized points will be clamped or removed without warning.
It's not fully cloudy, so I don't know why it's still raining. Okay, doors closing. Off we go. And this is where we have the 20 mph speed limit as we take the sharp right. Aston is a junction station. Next stop is Gravelly Hill, which is right by Gravelly Hill Interchange, or Spaghetti Junction on the M6 motorway. It's just going over that diamond crossing that's the issue for speed-wise, but we have to get the whole train over it. Got 1.1 miles to Gravelly Hill. We're going to be late. There's no chance to catch up, unfortunately. Or make up time, I should say. Because I'm not going to be speeding. Not willingly speeding. Being a mile an hour over speed limit is sort of okay. Being more than that is not. Gravelly Hill is the start of the 60 mph section. At the signal, I start slowing down. Okay, I was going a bit better than I thought. Where is it? Trying to maintain a reasonable speed. We're already 15 seconds late, and the station is just the other side of that bridge. Okay. I'm doing the best I can. Just keep power until I'm nearly stopped. I've made up a little bit of time. Ten seconds. Oh, the 1700 is when I was supposed to have gone out, so yeah, I'm definitely running late. Oh, the guard buzzer does work. Interesting. Can't start on throttle 3. until I'm over 15 miles an hour, otherwise I'll get wheel spin with the rain. Next is Erdington, 1 mile away. Let's try and make up a little bit of time. Don't think I will, but I can try. Right. When I get to the signal again. There's the signal, start braking. I'm not making up any time. I'm just losing time in these conditions. Need to aim to be about 30 miles an hour as I get to the end of the platform, like I am now. That way, I can stop at the right place. One minute 20 down. Loading passengers. We're in Erdington. These Class 323s are no longer used on this line. It's now all Class 730s. The 323s have gone up to Northern Rail. So the Glossop line has them. But not Cross City. I'm waiting for the Class 730 to be introduced into the game. It'll be interesting because there's a few liveries it can carry. West Midlands Rail, London North Western, I think there's 3 or 4 liveries. I don't know the others. I know West Midlands Rail and London North Western because they're my local. London North Western will be running them on the Trent Valley line from December, hopefully. But it'd be nice to have... Oh, I'm going a bit too quick. It'd be nice to have them in game so that I can do this route up to date. Because at the moment... Oh, we've gained time that time. Gained half a minute. At the moment, we're running this game a few years out because the 730s took over in 2022 or 2023. We had the 323s transferred last year, I think it was. It's nice that 323s are still in use, but they are getting a bit long in the tooth. They're over 30 years old now. The ones on this line, Birmingham Cross City, started in 92, going between Redditch and Lichfield City at the time. Trent Valley was reopened in the 2000s, and then Bromsgrove was added to the Cross City line in 2016. Would help if I put the brakes on and didn't try skipping the station. I know that would help me catch up time, but it's not scripted for me to skip a station. So I'm going to have to stop no matter what. Doors opening.
Weather, please take extra care whilst on the station. Surfaces may be slippery.
Trouncing World 6, when it comes out, will be adding onboard train announcements, train faults, and failures, which is something that's not yet in-game. Yes, there's been some what am I looking back? There's been some announcements on Mittenwaldbahn, but it'll be all modern units made post the launch of Trouncing World 6 that will have onboard announcements. So any updates will have the new announcements in, which is actually quite good. Just slowing down to the 35 for Sutton Coldfield. Currently going through Sutton Park, or near it. Trying to think which side of the line Sutton Park is. Oops. Put the brakes on a bit too harsh then. Lost time again. You can see why Sutton Coldfield is such a tight or such a low speed. It's on a relatively tight bend. Doors open. Yeah, that was going through some park, I believe. Actually, I'm not sure. Oh, I'm trying to look on Google Maps at the same time as doing this, so we're now definitely late. Off we go. We've got 1 mile before Four Oaks. Oh no, we don't go through Sutton Park. The line that we've just gone under, or the line we've just gone under there. Oh, speeding. Doesn't matter, I'm now up to... The line we go under that bridge is the one that goes through Sutton Park, which is a freight-only line. Let's get up to 45. Maybe I should actually concentrate on what I'm doing and not on my iPad to look at Google Maps. I know speed limit goes up in just a few seconds, but we're stopping at Four Oaks. Which is nearly time to start slowing down for. Going uphill, so it'll bring the speed down gradually from this. I can see the station now, so I'm going to put the brakes on. There's a crossover. Mainly because Four Oaks is also a terminus for some trains. Hence the bay platform. Here we go. Nearly 1.5 minutes late. As I said, I'm running to British Rail timing. Next station will be Butler's Lane. Then Blake Street. Then we got a long bit before Shenstone. Then over the M6 toll, the A5. Into Lichfield City. It's that long straight section between Blake Street and Shenstone, and then Shenstone and Lichfield City that we might be able to make up some time. Which we'll then lose when we do the shunt. Because we'll have to swap platforms, I believe. Butler's Lane, less than a mile. Let's get a bit of speed up to try and make up a little bit of time. wasn't raining, I wouldn't be late. That's my excuse. The rain's slowing me down. Not the fact that I'm a rubbish driver. Okay, I am a rubbish driver. Come on, slow down. No signal to do a braking point. This is Butler's Lane. Still later than I wanted to be. We're going down 1 in 100, which is why stopping them was a bit more difficult. Next stop is Blake Street, which is just as a 50-mile-an-hour limit comes in. But at least I've got a signal to act as a stopping or brake marker. Off we go. Blake Street, platform 2, 0.8 miles away. And then after that, we got a bit of a gap before we get to Shenstone. And then another gap before we get to Lichfield City. There's my brake marker. There's one of the crossovers. Slowing down. And stopped. Opening doors. Next stop, Shenstone. Ready to go. We've got a nice, relatively long bit before the next stop. So, might be able to make up some time. And then we can go, once the doors are shut. Off we go. 2.4 miles to Shenstone. Next signal's clear. And it's where the speed limit changes to 60, or just after the speed limit changing to 60. A route I'd like to see, as well as the Birmingham to Rugby, or Birmingham to Milton Keynes, is Milton Keynes to Stafford along the Trent Valley line. Because, well, I live along the Trent Valley line, and operationally it's quite interesting. Because you've got freights, you've got locals, you've got expresses, you get rail tours, both heritage traction and steam. You get light engine movements and ECS, empty coaching stock. Also, heritage diesel, steam, heritage electric, which adds to the variety that you get through here. And then you've got places like Nuneaton, where you've got the line to Leicester or Birmingham, or even Coventry and Warwick. Tamworth, where you've got the Birmingham Derby line crossing over. Lichfield, where you've got this line. Rugeley Trent Valley, where you've got the Walsall line. It is quite a busy line. Most freights on the West Coast Main Line go through the Trent Valley line. I haven't got something to give me a brake marker on here, so I've got to keep an eye on the distance to the stop location. The Birmingham to Rugby, or Birmingham to Milton Keynes, would mean you could actually do London to Carlisle with routes that are or will be available for the simulation within the next 6 or so months. Because Birmingham to Preston is coming out soon. Which will include the Stafford to Crewe bit. Oh, I'm going too fast. I'll have to put the emergencies on. I misjudged that. I've got no braking marker to be able to tell me where to brake, which is really annoying. Yeah, I'm over a minute late. Oh well. Most modern trains are late. So at least I'm being realistic. Off we go. Next stop, Lichfield City, platform 1. Does that mean we're crossing over? Because all these platforms have been platform 2. 2.9 miles. I should be able to make up the time. Probably won't. But I'm sure there's a wait at Lichfield anyway. Especially with me having to do a crossover to return on the other platform. Right, we'll be going over both the M6 toll and the A5, which we'll be able to see out the window. There's the M6 toll, and where is it? There's the A5. Just shows I know exactly where I am. Oh, speeding! Big time speeding! Looks like the driver's trying to make up some time without paying attention to what he's doing. Looking out the window instead of at the speedo. That might have cut off a few seconds. I don't think so. Down to 55. I just noticed I've got a speed restriction. Come on. It's only a short bit of 55. Just while we go around this fairly tight bend. And then down to 45 and 20 because we're doing the crossover. I'll just coast. Start braking. We're doing the crossover on this side, which is why it's a 20. So we're going to be late. We're operating to British Rail time, so that doesn't matter. And then start applying the brakes even more. Not sure where that line goes. I know it's abandoned. Didn't do the swap over there. I thought we'd do the swap over there. Obviously not. We're doing the swap over after we've been and dropped the passengers off. Here's Lichfield City. Looks like we've actually made up some time. That's strange. There we go. It looks like that's actually the end of the section. Thought we had to go back. Thank you. I'll set this ready because I know I'm going to have to do a bit of shunt. Before I move forward or backward. I don't know which way it'll be. I've deliberately shut the window because I know I'll be changing cabs. Oh, I've got a bolty door to close. Which door's still open? Third one back. Okay. Manually close the faulty door. Open my door. It's quicker to get out this way and go down rather than running through the train. Close that door. Get back in. Oh, I've got to go till it's... Okay. I thought I wasn't going there. Next signal's red. I don't think I'm going to get there because the signal's red. Interesting. Why is the signal... Move up to signal and wait. At least this isn't a timed bit. Though if I'm having to go back, then I'm gonna have to catch up the time. This is the signal that controls access to Lichfield Trent Valley. Interesting that it... Oh, it's cleared. Let's get a teensy... bit on. That's for that level crossing. Just here. And just... here. Normally, services would wait at Lichfield Trent Valley for some time. This is just a case of... let's stop. Just a case of shutting down the cab. 3 DRA. And take the key out. And change end. So the quickest way would normally be to go that way, but it's not working, so I will... What are you still doing on board? You're supposed to have got off at City. I'll run down. It's quicker than trying to get through the coaches. Open this door. Sit down. Tail lights off. To day. DRA. Forward. AWS on. And off to or off back to Lichfield City. I've got to stop at the signal first. $25 over these points. Because it's a pacing point and all trains have to stop and go slowly there. I'm only doing single tone because I can do that just on the keyboard. We've got a short distance, so I'm not going to speed. That's for the other crossing. Just get up to about 20 and then I can cut throttle to 1. Trying to work out what AN, which signal box that would be. Okay. Up to the signal. And stop. Oh, actually did that change around a lot faster than I expected. Or was expected. Can I turn TPWS on? No. DRA off. That should have been That's the signal buzzer button. Sander. Hazard. Let's see if you have to stop in section and trains failed. Got plenty of time. Something you don't see that often. Be moving forward shortly. On my way to Lichfield City. Not too long to go. 15 seconds. And then it will be short distance to Lichfield City. No, more than 15 seconds. I wasn't looking properly. 57:30. Now it's 15 seconds. Right. Here we go. Once the signal's cleared. Wait for signal. It's still red. Come on, change the signal. There isn't a local signal box, so pressing the horn won't help. Come on, signalman. Let us go. Yellow. There we go. Lichfield City, platform 2. Just have to remember it's a 20-mile-an-hour speed limit in Lichfield City. So I can accelerate a little bit. As long as I put the brakes on about now. To get down to 20 for here. There's the lay-by siding. The trains that are terminating at Lichfield City and staying there for a bit. I'm surprised the shunt took us all the way up to Trent Valley. I mean, wouldn't it have been easier just to run the train into platform 2 anyway? I don't know. Hopefully, the way running back, there won't be the timetable let's use, so I won't be classed as being late. And we come to a stop. Open the doors. the only platform until at least Birmingham, where it's the opposite doors. At least I don't have to worry about a cold start on this scenario. Okay, I can lock the doors. Off to Shenstone. 11:04. I do have timetable to follow. Let's see if I can... Ooh, forgot about the speed limit. See if I can make up a bit of time. Try and get there a bit early. It's this junction that's the 20. Or just after the junction. Well, it's that bend. There we go, we're over the junction. That line is disused now. Not entirely sure where it goes fully, but I do know that it is now disused. Got a while before we get to Shenstone. 2.4 miles. We've got a 55-mile-an-hour speed restriction coming up, so I will not overspeed. It's still raining, just not as heavily as it was, because it looks like the sun's coming out now. This is bend with the 55-mile-an-hour speed limit. After which we can go back to 60. Over lane. There's the A5. Oops, I'm speeding. And there's the M6 toll. Okay, we're within the Birmingham circle. No, that's the M6 toll, so that was the A5. Now we're within the Birmingham circle. And it's a station where there's no easy marker for braking. It's round a bend, and there's no signal before it. We're late again. Oh well. Don't think I'll make that time up this time. Which is a shame, but can't be helped. That was the signalman delaying my entrance to Lichfield Trent Valley. Off we go, with the characteristic sound of a Class 323. Let's try and get up to speed. Next stop, Blake Street. At least we've only got a 3-car train rather than 2 3-car trains. 2 units coupled up. It meant getting from one end of the train to the other was a lot quicker. I have seen it where they've run 3 of these coupled up. Looks like we're going to be getting some... Oh no, we're not. We're not catching up to the previous service yet. One and a half miles to Blake Street. Yeah, and I've got a 50-mile-an-hour section coming up. Do a bit more accelerating. Drop down to power handle 1 when it gets to half a mile from the 50 mile an hour. Oh no, I'll start dropping before that because the signal, I want to start applying my brakes for Blake Street. And brakes in this instance, because we're going up at 1 in 100, is just to do that. And when we get to the 50, I'll start applying minimum braking force. There's the 50. Don't know what that LCD panel's for. There's the station. There's a train in the platform, which is the one that's following us. We're over a minute late. I'm not bothered anymore. It's not my fault. If the signalman had been on the ball, I'd have been on time, but they weren't, so... Doors opening. Just wait. It's a nice looking unit, I will say that. Well worth getting screenshots of. Okay, closing doors. And off to Butler's Lane, which is less than a mile away. Get up to about 40, 45 and then start applying the brakes, I think. Keep an eye on the distance, so it's not gonna be too far out. There's the station. Got the braking distance almost spot on then. So I am getting better at this. Driving these in the rain. I'm just over 2 minutes late now. Nearly 2.5 minutes late. Oh well. Doing the best I can. Given the circumstances. I'm not going to complain. As long as I'm not more than 10 minutes late by the time I get back to Birmingham, I should be okay. I think I'll stop doing the horn when I'm starting. They don't do it in real life. They only do the horn when they've got a whistle sign. So, one less thing for me to do. Next stop, Four Oaks. Also less than a mile. I'm going to blame the weather on my delay, as well as the signalman. Because having that signal come off an extra 30 seconds after it was said was a bit bad. At least I should be able to stop here. I made up a bit of time actually. I'm not applying emergency brakes because I just slide. Gone a bit far, but that doesn't matter. Doors. And just wait. Be nice to do a service just between Four Oaks and New Street, starting in the bay platform. Four Oaks is somewhere that occasionally trains get stabled overnight. When I think it's Soho Depot is shut. Doesn't happen too often. They normally go to the depot overnight. Gives chance for them to be cleaned and any maintenance done. Maintenance being repairs. From either passengers doing something silly or faults being noted by drivers. Oh, we're nearly at Sutton Coldfield. I don't know what those boards are for. I'll have to find out. It's intriguing me. Start slowing down for Sutton. Slowing down a bit early because there's a 35 limit. For station. Just realised I wasn't braking. I'd pressed the button to do the braking, but it didn't do it. There's the line that goes through Sutton Coldfield. Sutton Park. We're on the line that goes through Sutton Coldfield. There's the Sutton Park line. There's edge of the town. Sutton Park is off to our right. And here is the slow station because it's on a really tight bend. Go into this view. There's a road down there that I've walked round some time ago, but I have walked round it. You can clearly see the station from the road. Right, once we're out of the station limits, it's up to 60. Just can't do the rapid acceleration because it's 35. Can. Once we're into the 60 mile an hour bit, I can use notch 4. There we go. 1.2 miles toward green. As we head south. A little bit of stuttering because Wild Green has a lot of detail. as I said, I do need to upgrade the memory on my laptop at some point. Also get a bigger secondary hard drive. So that'll probably be an external hard drive for putting videos, photos, things like that on. And then just use the two built-in drives for program files and games. I wonder if I actually did that at the right place, because judging it going back is a bit more difficult. I did. Wild green. Spot on. Just wait. Where's the main road? Main road's off that way. The Sutton to Birmingham Road. Joins up to the A38 at Gravelly Hill. It is much quicker to go by train than it is to go by car or bus, because it's usually quite busy. Right, 0.7 miles, Chester Road. Okay. I'm going to watch those at distance to Chester Road. And at 600 yards, start applying the brakes. I'm actually getting the speed about right this time. Going back, I've actually got the braking right to be able to stop where I want to stop. Okay, I've not got the timing right. I mean, I'm 2 minutes late nearly, but return journey's not my fault, it's the signaller. It would be nice to be able to catch up to time, but with these stations being so close, it won't happen. Oh, it's the... No, it's a standard livery one. I thought it was the LMS liveried one. Two standard liveried class 323s. While I'm on regional railways heritage livery. Erdington's a lot closer to Wild Green than I remember. 600 yards, apply brakes again. I know what would be good on Train Sim World. Tramways, modern tramways. A lot of them use old disused railways. So it'd be quite good. And they can be quite intensive. Both services and driving. Okay, they'd have to model cars interacting with them. But there are some pretty good tramways that could be done. Even some classic tramways. Like San Francisco. That would be fun. But in Britain we've got Midland Metro, or as it's now known, West Midlands Metro, Blackpool, which could be either in classic mode or modern mode, Manchester Metro Link, Sheffield Supertram, Nottingham, Croydon, Edinburgh, 1 mile to Gravelly Hill. After Edinburgh I think there's one at Glasgow. There's the Clockwork Orange, that's the Glasgow one. That's an underground, that's just a big circle. It would still be some relatively interesting running, shall we say. Because we're going faster this time, I'll have to apply the brakes at 700 yards. Which is now. I am getting better. I know that real life they apply the brakes closer to the station and harder. I'm doing it so that the passengers aren't being thrown about, and that went a bit long, so I actually misjudged it slightly. I'm still in the platform, it's just 24 yards from the stopping point. I pressed it! Silly thing telling me to unlock the doors, I'd already done it. I made up a bit of time then. We've got Aston and New Street, I believe. Let's have a look. Yeah, Aston, Duddeston, New Street. So, 3 more stops. Off we go. Next stop, Aston. After we've gone under the motorway. 1.1 mile. And after we've done the 2 mile an hour, 20 mile an hour junction. Feels like 2 miles an hour, because it's really quite slow. These commuter services like this are much more interesting than long distance express services. because you're actually having to drive. Yes, express services do have, if you've got those bits set up. Ooh, we're under the motorway. If you've got the emergency system set up, then having that gives you a bit more on a express or long distance service. But you're not stopping as often, and stopping is actually quite interesting to do. There's the A38M. Down to 20 for the junction, because if we don't go slow enough we'll come off. The line on the right that we're joining on to is the Birmingham avoiding line, I believe. Normally a freight line. I've decided I'm going 15 because I'm stopping in the station anyway. I'm slowing down too much. And my laptop's now starting to load in Birmingham itself, so it'll be struggling a little bit. This is where Ozzy Osbourne grew up. He was an Aston lad. As were the rest of Black Sabbath. It's also where he's buried, or near where he's buried. Do the doors. And we go off to the right, not the left, at this junction here. £30 miles an hour. Then we've got Dodderston and Birmingham New Street, which is another slow bit of entering it. So whatever time is, we won't make any up now. I'm not going to be speeding into New Street. You don't want to be speeding in the tunnels. 30 mile an hour because we've got some facing points and a flat crossing. Diamond crossing. There's one of the many canals in Birmingham. Birmingham is actually has more canals than Venice. Difficult to believe, considering Venice is meant to be famous for its canals, but Birmingham does actually have more canals than Venice does. Let's get a little bit of speed up, so that we're not dropping much more time. I mean, I'm already over a minute late for the station, and oh well. Doing the best I can. This is the fastest bit of the line. 70 miles an hour, and I can't do it. So I'm going to have to stop at Dodderston Station. Goes back down to 60. So I don't think anything can get up to 70 there. Yeah, my laptop doesn't like Birmingham. It struggles. Signals after Dodderston will be yellow because Birmingham New Street will be probably having to stop briefly before we get to the platform that we've got to go on. That's the speed limit warning. It's coming into Birmingham that is going to be the bit where it takes the longest. Because of, basically, my laptop's struggling to load in the new scenery tiles. It's interesting that this is a 4-platform station. Let's try and stop on my mark. Slightly over. There's the other platform where it's opposite side. I forgot about this one. So on the way out, you're on the platform 2 over. So it's the same face as we're currently on. Just not in this direction. Yeah, we've got a red signal before we get to New Street. That's okay. It might clear before we get there. It might not. We're over 2 minutes late. Not as bad as the service I was on when came back from Birmingham from recording the trams, sitting in New Street for 20 minutes because there was someone fast asleep who didn't get off when the train arrived and was meant to get off because it was a terminating service. Or not reversing service. So they had to get security and medics to make sure he wasn't unwell. It was just a little bit annoying. There were a lot of people moaning. I was just not worried. Just to be honest, I didn't have to get home for any specific reason, so why worry? Right, we go over the junction for the West Coast Main Line, which we join up to before we get into Birmingham New Street. The short bit of the West Coast Main Line that we do. Didn't do the ping. Yep, we've got the right hand feather. Didn't see the speed limit. We're crossing over again. Okay, we've not actually gone on the West Coast Main Line, because those are the two tracks to our left. Interesting. We've got to stop at the next signal, which is why I'm not accelerating. We're half a minute late. That signal should be green or yellow, but it's not. Where is the signal? Just before the tunnel. Okay. Will it clear before I get to it? That is the question. Or will I have to stop? I think I'll have to stop, which is why I put my brake on. Just stop. Wait for signal to change as soon as he's done it. In that instance, doing the horn is acceptable. Going to platform 10. I'm not speeding because it's a 10 mph speed limit once we get into the platforms. So despite it being 30 miles an hour here, there's no point in really going that fast. Can get a bit of speed into the tunnel because we're going uphill slightly. Next signal is yellow, which is halfway along the platform, or before halfway along the platform. I believe New Street is a level platform. There's the 10 mph board, and we're going above it. And into platform 10, which is straight on. New Street feels empty. There's no other services in the station. We've just crossed over the West Coast Main Line. Could have been put in the left-hand lines and not have to cross over them like that. There's Lichfield bound train. Don't have to worry about AWS now because there isn't any in the station. We're nearly 5 minutes late. It's realistic being that late. But I think that's the end of my shift. So I'm going to close the windows. Wait for the passengers to leave and get on. And then I'll probably have to close the doors. And then it'll be the end of the scenario. A little bit of speeding, which was me not realising where I was. I've decided to hide how many action points I've been getting, because I wanted it to be a bit more... There we go, I've been told to get up. Okay. Now what do I have to do? You're going to leave that, are you? Okay, it's going to not let me get off the train. Okay. Looks like it's finished. Okay, quite a bit of speeding. I still got a gold medal, which is good. And I stopped 8.12 yards away at New Street. 0.369 at Duddeston on the return. Any others that are really close? 0.688 Sutton Coldfield on the return. 0.9 at the Signal. 1.1 Lichfield City outward. 0.4 Chester Road on the way out. 1.79 Aston. Not too bad. Timekeeping wasn't the best, but it still gives me an on-time bonus of 1,459. Accuracy bonus 4,203. Distance driven 4,900 action points. Objectives complete 6,749. Total action points. Does it give that? Yeah. 16,908. I walked a grand total of 153.76 yards. Drove 35.04 miles. Took me over an hour and a half. Which was sort of expected. Partly because of the memory issues on my laptop, and partly because we were running late. So, I hope you've enjoyed the video, and as I asked at the start of the video, if you've enjoyed it, please consider pressing the thumbs up button. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the notifications bell, and get notified when I upload. I do try to upload 3 times a week, and currently I am doing some pre-recording so that I've got a few weeks in hand. That way, if I need to, I can have a bit of time off if I need it. Anyway, as I said, I hope you enjoyed the video, and until the next one, be seeing you.